Welcome everyone. We are working on our building, and in the last subchapter we put in some exterior walls. I am pretty sure that in my project these couple walls sitting right here are wrong, and so I kind of want to prepare for how I am going to deal with that. So couple things. I'm going to put some dimensions in and use those dimensions to check and see the correctness of this model or the error of this model, and use some of those features to fix things. So to prepare, I only want to do dimensioning once. So my dimensions that I put in are, I'm going to want to put them in actually where they show up on the drawing sheet. So I'm going to navigate, right, because here I'm sitting in a modeling level 1. I don't want to put annotation in here. I don't want to see it. So I'm going to navigate to my sheet 2. I find, or sheet A102. I find that, guess what, the building's way too big for my drawing sheet. I'm going to click on my scale over here in properties, and I think if I remember right, 1 inch equals 10 feet I can make fit. And if I just kind of place that somewhere in there, it kind of fits. It's going to be a tight fit if I remember correctly. So I'll think I can get it there. And so of course I just had to change my view scale, and so the view title bar is of course messed up a little bit. I'm going to just drag it over here to the right, left, excuse me, and align the left end of the view title bar up sort of with the left end of the building, and click on my view and drag the right end to around the right side of the building. Okay, so we're changing topics just a little bit to get to fix geometry. But since I am here on a drawing sheet, I have these, I'm going to call them view cameras. And so I don't want to see those on a drawing sheet. So while I'm here, I'm going to select, I have to activate my view. I'm going to select one, right click and say hide in view, hide category. In other words, I don't want to see any view cameras in this particular view. And so also, if I look at this, I have my grids hanging over the edge of a title block. So I'm going to select these, and I'm going to drag them back. So here's what's key though. I don't want to adjust the 3D grid. I want to adjust the 2D grid. So I'm going to start at the top, click 2D, drag it back a ways, get it off the title block, and continue that workflow coming down. 2D, drag, 2D, drag. Okay, so unrelated to dimensioning, but helpful. All right, so let me put some check dimensions in here. I bring up Revit, and basically I'm going to want to dimension left to right. It doesn't look like I need any others there. And then straight across the curve, and straight. And then when I get these walls in, I've got some other dimensions. But I'm really concerned about this overall and this overall right now. So I'll bring Revit back up and navigate to my Annotate tab and Align Dimension. So here's what I'm going to be zooming in. And right away, this is the first time I'm working in this view, and I see that I can't see the inner contents of the wall. So I'm going to come down and adjust to Fine Views Resolution. And I am zooming in really close. Tab, select the Core Face Exterior. Back in, tab, Core Face Exterior, and got lucky. It's actually 80 feet. I don't think this is right though, so let's check that one. Tab, Core Face Exterior, to tab, Core Face Exterior, and sure enough, that's that 25 feet and 7/16 inches, which makes no sense. So I'm not going to bother correcting anything yet. Let me put this overall dimension in top to bottom. And see what that result is. And of course, that's in mine 74 feet, 4 5/8 inches, which of course makes no sense at all. It's supposed to be 75, I believe. Okay. Let me just put something across here to verify that I did that offset correctly. Doesn't look like I did that correct either. So I thought that was supposed to be 30 feet. Let me double check back in the book. The offset to yeah, I will double check what the book says here. It's either, it might even be 25 feet. It looks like one's maybe 30 and one was supposed to be 25. Yeah, I'll have to put that in pause and check. But so again, I can leave this dimension here. And here is something that's nice. I don't know if we've touched on this. If I select this particular dimension and right click and say I want to edit witness lines, I can add to this dimension. So I'm going to click edit witness lines and zoom down in here and come get to a dimension down here on the bottom. And that's 19 feet or something. So clearly I've got something messed up over here. This must supposed to be 25 feet when I did a 30-foot offset. So this is probably wrong in mine as well. So let's see, what else do I need to do to quote fix my building? And let me put a dimension across here. Tab to get to the core face exterior, tab, and yeah, I've got that same 29 and 4 5/8. So the wall offset command for me did not work as intended. Okay, so let's see. I have to bring this wall down by 7/16 of an inch. I trust that I got these first three, quote, correct. So I'm going to take this and use the move command. Move down, and I can type in 7/16 and make that 7/16 of an inch by adding the inch character on the keyboard. Press enter, and the wall moves down 7/16 of an inch, and both my temporary dimension and my dimension that I put in says 25 feet. All right. So here I am at 74 feet, 4 3/16. Yeah, not even close. It's supposed to be 75. So this is kind of fun. If I just use an arrow key, I can move objects. So I'm going to move this wall. There's 75 feet and 3/16 of an inch. And the closer I zoom in, the less it moves each time. And I guess that's about as close as I'm going to get. So now it's really easy for me to move this wall by 3/16 of an inch. So it's selected, move. I click kind of in the middle of nowhere and move it up 3/16 of an inch. 75 feet. And so notice these numbers changed, or at least this one did. So I'm going to grab this and just kind of toggle it up with the arrow command. And so it looks like I've got a last move of 5/8 of an inch. Move it up 5/8 of an inch. And this now becomes 24, which I guess was my mistake. And this is 26. So I'll come back and move it back down 1 foot. 25, 25, 25, 80, 75. And this is still messed up. So let's see. I am going to notice my temporary dimension is different than my actual dimensions, so these temporaries are not to exterior core face. And so I am going to want to drag this thing. So I'm just going to drag it, which is like a move command, get myself close. Now let me try the arrow. Yep, if I just use my up arrow, I'm moving it. And get close in there to this 25 feet. And so now I've got a number I can mentally deal with anyway. And I'm going to click in here and just enter 25. The wall that was selected moved. So yeah, I guess did I really need to do all of this jogging and dragging and arrow keys? Nope, but it gives me an opportunity to just go through that in the videos here. There's always different techniques. So if a wall is selected and I choose the dimension, the wall that is selected will be the wall that moves when I enter a new value. Okay, so 25 feet, 25 feet. I'm going to put a dimension across here, quite frankly, just because now it's been long enough that I don't exactly remember what that should be, whether it's 25 or 30. Mine's 30. So I'm just going to leave it where it is and assume it's correct. Okay, so at this point, we are ready to know that what I build on top of this now actually makes sense. So what I am going to do is I'm going to delete this wall and draw back in the straight, curve, straight. So I'll delete this, use my wall command. My brick and CMU on metal stud have stuck. I want no offset, core face exterior. And I'm just going to click on my core face exterior. Not that it's crucial, but for me, it's just a habit, right? If I do something consistently all the time, my chance of error is low. So I can either bring it down and type in 25, or I can bring it down and Revit will give me a temporary dimension snap of 25. Either way. So I'm going to click there. And then right away, I'm going to change my style of drawing the next wall to saying that I want my next portion to be a curved wall. So I'll click on this left-hand icon here. And I'm going to come down and click the end point of my curve as 25 feet out. And now I'm going to click a place where my curved wall snaps so that the center is in line with the straight wall. So I click that location. I come back and choose my straight wall option and continue on down. And yeah, where am I going to click? I'm clicking on the exterior core face. And I really messed that one up because my curved wall and my lower straight wall are inverted. So let's see if I really mess things up or I'm okay if I just reverse them. All right, so to check these internal dimensions, it's going to take a little bit of work here. So I will do that in the next section. And I will draw this rectangle down here. Hope this is helpful, and we'll see you then.